Build communities, not just a user base. Engage loyal customers are your best marketing asset. Dharmesh Shah, co founder and CTO of HubSpot. Such a great, great message. So you see, HubSpot, like many SaaS companies, understand the value of a community, unlike others like Foursquare, who failed to do so. So you see, Foursquare was once the gem of the social media world, but it lost much of its momentum after its competitors started offering similar services. One of the reasons for its decline was its inability to create and nurture a loyal community. So truly, in the initial phase of Foursquare, they were building a community, they were tapping into their users, they were engaging their customers. But as competitors came into the marketplace, which back then was Facebook and Instagram, they lost vision of what they were doing. They lessened their interaction with their customers, and really, as a result, their churn went through the roof, and most of their users jumped ship. So, as a SaaS company, this is very important for you to understand, because as we're getting into the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, community is going to become the central part of everything you will be doing in marketing and in sales for your SaaS product. And if you're in early phase SaaS founder and you're serious about lessening your cost of acquisition, decreasing your churn, and improving your acquisition, then stick around for these community growth strategies. I guarantee you they can save you up to 50,000 USD and boost your customer lifetime value. So let's jump in. Here's another powerful use case study I wanted to highlight to show viewers the power of community and really show your company that really did it well. So Slack started out by offering its messaging platform for free to small teams and startups. This allowed them to build a strong user base and create a sense of community among early adopters. They then use this community to drive word of mouth referrals and growth. Slack also created a community forum where users could share tips, ask questions, and connect with other Slack users. This helped foster a sense of community and made Slack feel more like a social network than just a messaging tool. So essentially, Slack focused on building a strong relationship with their customers instead of just building a product. Now, what can we take away from Slack approach, and how can we apply these same strategy to help your SaaS company? So the first thing that Slack really did well is the freemium model. Now, as an early phase SaaS startup, it's very important for you to understand that as you're starting out, you have to begin to offer what you're doing for free. I know Slack did it. Is like Slack started by offering its messaging platform for free to small teams and startups. Another great example we can use is like ChatGPT. Majority of their users had early free access to their system, and then they really start creating pricing options, etc. So if you have a product and you don't have a freemium model built into it, then I really do ask you to reconsider. Second touch point that Slack did really well, user base building. This strategy helped them build a strong user base and create a sense of community among early adopters. So it wasn't just about their product. And I keep saying this to founders and to those who are doing the product development, guys, it's really about the user. It's about the ICP. It's about your avatar. It's about bringing people together, creating a sense of trust and a sense of community. And by doing this, then everything in marketing and in sales will really skyrocket. Your churn will decrease, your cost of acquisition will improve, and everything on the front end and on the back end will become much more easier. And this leads to the third point, the third touch point where Slack is concerned, word of mouth growth. They leverage this community to drive word of mouth referrals and growth. So I'm sure by now, if you're really tapping into your industry, you're really understanding what you're doing, you'll have some basic understanding of the power of referral. And where SaaS is concerned, not just paying for acquiring new customers, but having your customers that you already acquire to bring you new customers is one of the most important thing that you can do to scale your company. And this is something that Slack did really, really well when they build their community around their product. Fourth touch point, community engagement. The forum helped foster a sense of community, making Slack feel more like a social network. Now, I can't stress this enough. The amount of Slack companies, or should I say founders, who are coming to recognize that they're not engaging your users enough, not on email, not in Facebook group, they're not having enough conversation. And guys, I do get it. If you are shy, if you're an introvert, I do understand the psychological barrier, but the fact of the matter is this: community engagement, user engagement, engaging with your users is fundamental if you truly intend to grow your product, if you truly intend to gather the proper data, gather enough information from your marketplace about yourself, and to connect the product with users. You gotta learn how to engage your community. You gotta build community around your product. And the fifth touch point, customer relationship focus. Ooh, this one is so sweet. Slack prioritized building a strong relationships with your customers rather than just focusing on the product itself. Now, I just talked about this, and obviously, it is self-explanatory. You can begin to see the importance of really leaning into the users than just building a product. And recently, I was speaking to a client, and he's just starting out, in the product ideation phase. And the mindset shift I had to give to this client is like, yes, product is great, but focus less on product, and more on who the product is meant for, the problems, the pain points. We talk about avatar ICP, but I had to run this client through entire process to get them to understand the true value of understanding who you're communicating with, how you communicate your value, and most importantly, how do you position your product and your brand in such a way to your users that you can build a strong relationship with them in the long haul, not just on the first day or the first 30 days, but months and months and months, if not for years. And the last touch point, sixth, customer loyalty. Slack focus on customer relationship and community building has resulted in a loyal user base. Their approach to customer support and engagement has set them apart from many competitors, which is real. And it's something they did really, really well. There's something that HubSpot did really, really well. Many companies that are succeeding have successfully engaged your users in such a way that they're able to build such a powerful relationship in such a manner that in the marketplace they're able to use that relationship as a differentiating factor. So whether you are building a CRM tool, a collaboration tool, a marketing automation tool, or a product management tool, by putting your customers first, you'll understand first and foremost who they are, what their values, interests, fears, worries, concerns, and most importantly, objections towards using your product are. And by doing so, you'll be 10 steps closer towards lessening your cost of acquisition, increasing your customer satisfaction, and boosting your retention rates and driving your overall growth. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. This was just a short video, really running you through some simple but really important things that I think a lot of SaaS founders keep missing based on the conversations I'm having and what I'm seeing out there. And I just really wanted to give this value to you. So if you found any value from this video, drop a like, drop a comment, and I'll be making more bangers. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time.